Welcome back. So one click and boom, there goes all your personal data, or at least it's putting your data at severe risk. What you thought was safe to click, well, sometimes there's more than meets the eye, right? New research from HelpNet Security shows that in today's digital age, approximately 60%, 67% in fact, of all breaches start with someone clicking on what they think is a seemingly safe link, which explains why our nation's adversaries, why hackers begin 80 to 95% of all attacks with what's called phishing. You've heard that word before, right? Well, here to discuss about how to determine if what you're clicking is safe is Scott Augenbaum. He's a retired FBI special agent and author of The Secret to Cyber Security. Scott, it's good to have you on. Every day, look, I get, well, maybe every day is an exaggeration, but just about every week, I get what appears to be, these scam emails, these phishing attempts. Most recently, I think it was bogus IRS, refund alerts, click on this and get your refund, you're owed this amount of money. We know that hackers and even our country's adversaries, like I was talking about, are using various methods to steal credentials, to gain unauthorized access to, your phone, your computer networks. Walk us through, though, the steps people can take to prevent from becoming a cyber victim with a single click. How does that even work, where you click and they're able to pull all that data?
Sure. Well, thanks for having me on. I'm just amazed you're only getting one a week. I mean, I feel like I'm getting one every 10 minutes. And that's what's coming through all of our inboxes. I just spoke to a victim yesterday. She received an email. She thought it was coming from her bank. She clicked on the link. The next thing I know, we're talking, and all of a sudden the bad guys were able to steal her username and password and were able to trick her. And all of a sudden they took $140,000 out of her account. And by the time everything rolled around, I hate to say it, we can't get her money back. The bad guys are located overseas, but it could be prevented. I want everyone here, think before you click. If you're getting an email from your bank or a package or the IRS, stop, process it, because that one click on a link could cause severe financial damage.
Is there any warning sign when you're seeing, like I mentioned, the IRS, this email scam, and I probably get more of them but I'm not looking in my spam, email account. But are there any red flags with these type of links that you just click on? Anything to kind of specifically watch out for?
Well, in the old days, we dealt with misspellings. It didn't look good, but with the use of artificial intelligence at the cyber criminals' hands, they could craft these beautifully looking emails. They'll go over, they'll scour a website, they'll look you up on social media. They'll send something that looks like it's coming from a friend, and there's always a sense of urgency. What is social engineering? Social engineering is nothing more than the criminals trying to trick us into doing something that we don't want to do, like clicking on a link or sending money. And with technology and with we're all glued to our cell phones, and this also happens in text messages. So I want you to think before you click, think before you act, especially in email, text messages, telephone calls, pop-ups, and even social media messages. You're not going to get a message from Boris Badenoff at cybercriminal.org. It's going to be someone you know and trust.
Yeah, you got to be very discerning. Hey, real quick, we have about 30 seconds left. So the White House wants to go, quote unquote, all out, bringing people into the cyber field. According to CyberSeek, the U.S. has enough workers to fill only 69% of available cyber jobs, leaving, obviously, companies, hungry for more talent and burning out their current workers. Sounds like this is a good field to go in if you're a student going into university work. But this appears to be an issue. We need more frontline fighters, or on the front lines of cybersecurity, right?
We've always been behind math and sciences. The community colleges are doing a great job. The high schools are doing a great job. If you're a young person, you're never going to go hungry with a job in technology. It's so needed, especially at this point in time.
All right, Scott Augenbaum, as always, appreciate your insight. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you. And we'll be right back.
This week